simple interest. I, interest equal principal and rate, interest rate and time. Pretty much common sense. $10,000 principal, put 5% interest rate with 2 years, then we expect 1,000 interest. Principal 10,000, 10%, 3 years, 3,000. 10,000, 10%, only 3 months for the quarter, so 250. So I can say I equal PRT. Interest equal principal times rate times time. How long? Good. Also introduce P equal I over RT, R equal I, PRT, T equal I over PR. Do not apply this one. Practical purpose. I strongly recommend you. Because we are talking about the money and time, maturity value. So if I put this amount today, now I know this amount of interest. So interest plus principal. So total of money we call maturity value we're gonna get at the end of the period. So maturity value include principal portion plus interest portion. Good. If interest equals principal, rate, and time, we can use principal plus interest as principal plus principal rate time. So S equal P1 plus RT. S equal P1 plus RT. So in order to calculate maturity value, we need present value and then rate and time. So if we know, if we want to know how much we need to put, this one also do not use, only this one. Again, I strongly recommend you use this one. Do not convert this one. You have more possibility to make a simple calculation mistake. Most of case. So if we want to make $11,000 in 2 years with 5% interest rate, then we need to put 10,000 today. See? Now we are talking about the business, but we're using math as a tool. Simple. I put principal 10,000 January 1st and then keep 3 years. Then I expect 3,000 interest after 3 years. So maturity value 13,000. Compound interest rate compared to simple means this. What if we invested 10,000 with the same interest rate and after 1 year, redeem, take back, and then reinvestment? So principal at this moment, 11,000, not 10,000. After 1 year, redeem and reinvest. So what's the difference? The simple interest, we earn interest only from the principal based on the rate. But compound interest rate, we earn interest based on principal plus additional interest incurred. As a result, on the compound interest rate, we're gonna get 13,000 plus 310 because interest generated interest. We call compound interest rate. As a banker's point of view, when they charge money from you, they're gonna apply compound, and then when they pay, they're gonna apply simple. Not always. You have a choice, but they are smart. Be careful. So definitely different. You can see the difference, right? compound interest rate. Interest earns interest. I'm going to break down one step further. So 10,000, 11,000, I can say 10,000, 1 plus I means 1 means principal plus I 10%. So 11,000. This case, 10,000, 1 plus I plus 1 plus I. Am I right? Principal plus interest. One more time. Principal plus 1 plus I. If I convert to formula for the future value equal present value 10,000 times principal plus interest times how many in and out compound. Good? So we have formula of compound interest rate future value. This case, once a year compound means after 1 year with 10% annual interest rate, we compound. So easy, interest rate 0.1 and n 3 times for here. But n actually represents number of compounding period. This case, 3 year, 1 year compound 3 times. I actually represent periodic interest rate compound period. So this case, 1 year compound, so 0.1, 10%. What if we have 6 months compound? That means after 6 months, redeem and reinvest. Or what if we have 1 month compound? After 1 month, redeem, reinvest, redeem, reinvest. So if it's 6 months, we have 2 compound per year, but interest rate is half, 5%. So this N and I, when we apply, you need to clearly understand N represent total number of compound. I represent each compound period interest rate. So we need more elements. So M and J. J represent annual interest rate. M represent number of compound per year. So 6 months compound means M, number of compound 2. J, annual interest rate 10,000, 10%, but I, period interest rate 5%. If I apply that, what if 6 months compound? Then what's going to happen from here? N should be 6 and I should be 0.01, like this one. You see that? N 3 years, 6 months, so total 6. I, each compound period interest rate was 0.1, but this time 6 months interest rate, so 0.05. Oh, this is just a letter we assigned, M and J. When we apply I, when we apply X, when we apply Y, it's the same thing. Good? Do not put more meaning there. Just the M, J, we assign as a letter, like I, interest, like N, number, J. Okay? So, good point. Whenever you have a question, do not hesitate to ask me. So this is a little bit hard to understand if you don't have any experience. But don't forget, N represent number of compound. I represent each compound period interest rate. So as a result, if we apply 6 months compound rate, we're going to get 13,496 cents more than this one, because more interest produce interest.